Okay, everybody, I just wanted to share with you my most recent news article. And I collect Denver real estate news on my Twitter feed and on my Facebook page every month. And then at the end of the month or when it's time, I categorize everything, all of this Denver real estate news, into categories. You can always find this newsletter, the most recent version, at news.denverhomesales.info. And if you want to look at past articles, you can look at archives, and you can see that my most recent archived newsletter is the 13th of September here. Um, but yeah, so this newsletter, some of the bigger stories for the month were about the shortage of appraisers in Colorado coming to a head, and the cost of appraisals is going up, and then there's massive amount of delays in appraisals. So there was two good articles about that situation uh, recently in my headlines, and then also I thought one of the more popular articles was this 4 colors that decrease the value of your home. A lot of people liked that on my Facebook page. It got a lot of traction. Uh, so definitely something that a lot of people found useful. And then we have I love our skyline. I geek out about buildings being built downtown. So they charted out some of the tallest buildings in Denver, and even including the new one being built by the Four Seasons. Another article here compares our cost of living to 4 other cities, and quote unquote cool cities like DC and Portland, and shows that even though it's becoming very expensive to live in Denver, we're still relatively low compared to those quote unquote cool cities. Um, Also have a cool article here about diversity in Denver's neighborhood and which neighborhoods are the least diverse and most diverse. I value diversity. I think most people value diversity, but we also tend to self-segregate. So I thought it was interesting. Um, Another thing that's interesting is talking about 5 kitchen design trends, what's in, what's out. If you're remodeling, may give you some things you want to steer away from or go towards. And then if you're buying new, it might help you in that design center. The Telegraph in the United Kingdom did a cool article about how is Denver becoming America's coolest city. I think I might have put that in the last version of my newsletter. I just love that so much. Talks about a lot of cool stuff going on in Denver. It's no secret we have a massive shortage of construction of new homes in Denver. The Denver Post did a cool article about that and broke down the numbers of why that is happening. And then we have the super local section, has a lot of local articles, and I thought this was cool about the Pena Station development. And then, just other stories, once again, why we need more homes built, and that's nationwide story. That's not limited to Denver. Cool story about the King Soopers on Colorado Boulevard and all the diverse food offerings they have there. I thought I did a society section this month. I think one thing that's coming up is our tax for the arts and culture, and I think that's going to, there's going to be a ballot measure on whether or not to renew that. I definitely support it, and I've heard studies suggest that it brings in more money to Colorado and to the Denver metro area than all 4 of our sports teams. So seems like a small price to pay for a massive economic benefit. And then, so I think that is the bulk of my newsletter. Definitely go check it out. I think you will find it very helpful in understanding Denver's real estate market. news.denverhomesales.info.